Hello, everyone. My name is Adrienne Mueller, and welcome to our podcast today. I am from Lenovo. I manage our OEM Market Development, and I have a very special guest with me today, Joe Weber. Joe, would you like to introduce yourself?
Good morning, Adrienne. Thank you. Yes, my name is Joe Weber. I'm an executive vice president for Humanscale, and I'm very happy to be here.
Great. Yeah, so tell me a little bit about Humanscale and what your company does.
Humanscale, it's an incredible company, privately held, approximately 45 years old, incorporated in New York City. Our core line of business is office ergonomics. So ergonomic accessories and furniture that complement office environments. We're one of the leaders in that industry, and we're looking to grow into different verticals, and which is one of the reasons what that brought us together today at Lenovo and Humanscale.
Yeah. So we've been working together for a little over a year. Can you tell me, how has that partnership been?
Not to sound anything but honest, it's been incredible. Let me tell you why it's been incredible. So when I introduce our partnership to our potential customers, I usually get a look from people and they're like, I've never heard of Humanscale. Who are they? I introduce Humanscale very simply, like I just did. And then they give me a look and they're like, furniture? Because they don't necessarily understand ergonomics. So
Right.
we'll use the word furniture. Furniture and technology explain more. So I go into the explanation how both of our companies met and have been collaborating on creating portfolio enhancements to allow our customers, Lenovo customers, the ability to have better solutions for the needs that they have. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so I know that you originally kind of partnered with one of our other partnerships that we have at Lenovo, which is with In-Store Screen, which they create a lot of our digital signage. So what brought you into this market specifically?
It was really the opportunity that I perceived with people from Lenovo and in-store screen, so collaborative effort perception, to identify that there were opportunities within the Lenovo portfolio to provide more complete solutions
Hmm.
to enable the current customers and then new customers the ability to grow their respective business bigger, larger, better. We attack different verticals. So, generally speaking, I could give an example, but I think it's more important for the audience to understand that an existing Lenovo customer that has either a need current or a thought to progress a need for self-service. Self-service buying a train ticket,
Hmm.
self-service walking into a retail store and not finding a sales associate available, but wanting more information on a article of clothing. Self-service interacting with technology through in-store screen that would provide the digital display,
Right.
Lenovo that would supply the back-end compute partnered software to drive the information, and Humanscale that would complete it to design we'll call it a stand, to hold everything necessary to give that information. And when you look at that in this example, that actual retailer or the company that needs to sell the train ticket, that experience for that customer, if it's not flawless, there's two things that can happen that we want to avoid. Number one, that end customer won't be satisfied and their quote loyalty to that retailer in this example would be diminished. Or number two, if they can't fulfill their request, there's a lost sales opportunity. So we saw the combination of the three of us being able to design and create products that'll complement an entire solution so we can bring that value to our end customers.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's completely correct. That's what we're seeing with our customers too. It's really that customer loyalty and the customer experience that's driving that interaction and driving the success of the deployments in retail stores. So we do have multiple customers. One of them really is the end user customer that we need to make sure that through our OEM customers, as they're providing these solutions, they're seeing the value by the customers really having that interaction and that kind of, enjoyment level that they come into the store and really enjoy, coming up to a kiosk and having, that experience.
Well, that's really what it's about, right? Because we're all familiar with technology is continuing to increase and drive, and with the introduction, not recently, but with the introduction of AI, there's opportunities. But when you talk to a retailer or you talk to, there's an opportunity with a car dealership, as an example,
Mm-hmm.
where the car dealership does not want to assume that every prospective buyer that walks in the door is educated about the car that they could potentially purchase. Nor does the car dealership want to assume that a salesperson will be ready to speak to the prospective customer.
Right.
So there's a use case where our collective teams are exploring putting kiosks with digital signage software that's all part of the Lenovo ecosystem, where that prospective car buyer could easily get information about the car. And the car dealership does assume that their prospective buyer is not just looking at this specific brand car, they're looking at least one, if not two other competing car brands. So they believe that this application, all powered with Lenovo, will differentiate that car dealership so that customer experience will be that much better. Drive ultimately a sale, but then also drive loyalty to that car brand as opposed to going someplace else. And I brought up that example because we're very familiar with walking into a store, a restaurant, we'll call it, and using interactive digital display on a kiosk to order food.
Right.
But that's not really where we're seeing all the applications. We're going to attack that market together, but we're seeing applications to take the value that we've created as a collaborative group and grow our revenue, but grow the opportunities that our customer has to increase loyalty and revenue in their environments.
Absolutely. So as you've been in this business, especially in collaboration with Lenovo, over the past, several years at this point, what are some of the key learnings that you're seeing, and what are you like? What is driving the need for kiosks at customers? I know that obviously we talked about the customer experience, but what are some things that you're learning from customers as well?
I'm learning that the customers, not every customer, but the customers that I think are the ones that are most impressive to me are the ones that come and ask the questions because they want to be educated. They start looking at us not with how much does this cost? What does this look like? They come to us and they say, here's our problem. Can you help us solve it? And what's been really impressive is through the ecosystem that Lenovo has created, we're able to drive that value to that customer. Now, there's many different customers, right? So there's customers we sell to who are the resellers, integrators, independent software vendors, that they're the intermediary that needs to exist to provide a solution to the end customer. But then there's been multiple events that we've been together with that we actually see the end customer. And what I've learned is they're all looking for information. There's not one who has come in and said, I know everything. Here's what I need. Give it to me or I'll go someplace else. They come in and they're like, I'm not sure what I need. I heard about this. How can this help? And how could you guys put it all together? That's what I've learned. And that learning experience, it's important to me because when we talk, that is what's driving what's coming down the road next. That's what's driving the opportunity for calendar year 2027 and 2028. So collectively, we could stay ahead of the curve, stay ahead of our competitors, and continue to drive that value to our end customers.
Yeah, absolutely. That is, that, I completely agree with that. So as we, are looking toward the future, what are some things that you're excited about?
I'm excited about the resources that we have. I'm excited about the resources that Lenovo has given to the team that you're representing. I'm excited about the resources that they've given to the in-store screen team that you've mentioned
Mhm.
before, and I'm excited about the resources not only that they've given to Humanscale, but what my management believes are the resources that we need to continue to grow this partnership. I'm excited that we're exploring areas that not many others could explore. We're really pushing the boundaries to see where we could take our largest customers, help them get to the next level,
Mhm.
but also where we could take those that aren't the household names, those that are the local city or neighborhood retailer, restaurant, privately owned car dealership, and how we could help them grow their business so that they can continue to progress moving forward.
Yep, that's very important. Great. Well, always a pleasure speaking with you, Joe. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
I appreciate the opportunity. I'm looking forward to future interviews as collectively
Yes.
we continue to excel in what we're creating together.
Thank you.
Lenovo, Lenovo.